We didn't plan this, but that's fine. That's fine. It's a little surprise.
Whatever.
Whatever. Ryan Dole's with me. We haven't done an episode, I think, in like 10 days. The last time you saw us, we were laughing at me because of Cal Kestis, not Cal Estes. I said Cal Estes, my mystery autographs.
Dude, you were a hot mestis. That's what you were.
What was your impression of me opening those mystery Star Wars autographs?
All right, so we got
not the actual impression, not an impersonation, but like your impression. That's like like a phrase they say in America. I don't know if they say that there.
What's my impression of you getting that? I would say.
Did you have fun? Is what I'm asking.
I had fun at your heartbreak.
At my expense, you had fun.
Yeah, like I felt a little bad for you, but it was also kind of funny because it was just like, I can't think of a worse autograph to get. And I know we could sit there and go, you could get Wookiee number 6 from Return or Revenge of the Sith.
Right.
Or
which I have before. I've gotten Wookiee number 6.
You have before, and then you sent it to me. Yeah. So there's that. And then, but you know what I mean? Like, you didn't spend like that much and then get like, like I was just thinking, like, what's worse than that? And that's the worst because it's like, it's I don't know, something about it being from a video game just doesn't make it as good. Like I would still rather get something like I'd rather get a no-name bounty hunter from Clone Wars,
right,
signed autograph before I get something from a video game.
Here's the thing. So I was trying to explain this to some people. It's not that like Jedi Fallen Order is a cool game. I played that game. Cal Kestis, cool character. Survived Order 66 Jedi. And that actor, what's his name? He's a good actor. And
maybe there's something against him,
right? And maybe he'll show up in Mandalorian or something. You never know.
Here's hoping for your sake.
But when you're those mystery autographs, the big ones are over $100. So there's a risk reward kind of thing where you're hoping for a top tier actor from a financial standpoint. For $100 or less than $100, you can go get John Boyega, you could get Kelly Marie Tran, you can get a lot of, even somebody like Pedro Pascal, who's very popular as the Mandalorian. It's not going to cost you more than, $150 or something like that. So when you get the video game character, it's a little bit of it's not like, oh, I hate this character. It's, it could have been Daisy Ridley. It could have been Harrison Ford because they get a lot of big signers. But anyways, it was a lot of fun. And you were telling me today that you really want to try one of those.
I really, really, really do. Like after you got that, it made me kind of itchy just to throw a little gambling down and just see who I get. Because It's just like, I think that comes from the fact that I was laughing at your expense where it's like, maybe it's time for me to like, shut up and put up and, if I'm so good at if I'm so good at this and
you'll hit Harrison Ford the first time and then I'll be upset.
Adam Driver, boom.
Right. So, but I did, we'll have to do kind of a Star Wars autograph or something episode. I've been getting into, and I've had for a while, I've had a bunch of Star Wars autographs, but now I'm framing some, I did pick up a Daisy Ridley, which I got a really good deal on, and we'll show those off another week, but, a lot of fun. There's nothing better than meeting folks at a convention. Getting something signed in person is obviously my preference.
Right.
But yeah, so hey, that's the story. So yeah, we're live. We're live here on YouTube. Completely unpromoted, last minute. So if you guys are hanging out and watching, thanks. Welcome. Sit back, relax. We're going to talk about toys. Ryan, how's your week in toys? Are you calming down? It's been a crazy year.
It's been a crazy year, and I have been calming down. I've had to calm down because it has been just a little too crazy. And I think it's because I got stuff showing up I didn't even remember I ordered. So it has me kind of like, little anxious, but not, I'll still be able to sleep tonight. But it's I kind of forgot. Like it's like I Power Rangers showed up this week. And I was like, I don't even collect Power Rangers. What am I doing?
Dude, PulseCon will make you collect any line of toys.
Yeah. I remember like, oh, that was a total impulse buy.
Yeah.
Dude. Just because it's like, oh man, no Ghostbusters, better buy something or otherwise this weekend's not worth it. This weekend I didn't have to pay for.
Right. I was mentally prepared to spend money. Not fair. Come on, man.
Yeah, man. Where's my fright features? So, needless to say, then I kind of forgot that I ordered it, and I was kind of there's a little like I wish I canceled it, but I guess I didn't. So, if anyone's listening and you want to buy a Pink Ranger,
the sparkly, glittery one.
Yeah, I can't post sales up in group therapy. Who says I can't do it during the podcast?
I say, right, exactly. This is now, this is actually like an infomercial. Like, folks, you are not going to want to miss what we have up here next. Okay, we've got Pink Ranger Lightning Collection. Okay, that's not even Kimberly, is it?
It's some blonde.
It's just some nondescript blonde. There you go.
Just generic white woman, blonde. If you're a person of color, she might be on the phone right now calling the cops. We are not too sure. But I mean, but the package is beautiful. The glitter is cool. Like, I'm not going to lie. It actually is a pretty cool figure. And I think if I know my Power Rangers enough, which I don't, I'm a total fake fan.
Right.
I think this is like Tommy's rebound. Like, Kimberly leaves the show, and then she joins, and then Tommy's like, "You wear pink? Let's do this.
Don't finish that sentence. I didn't know where you were going with that.
I was about to go somewhere. That's why I paused.
Now, remember, we're live, Ryan. There's no way to edit this afterwards.
Right. So
we're putting this out to the world. No, it's cool. Yeah. I've looking at my my Pulse and my Big Bad Toy Store pre-orders. There's a lot. There's a lot because especially Big Bad Toy Store doesn't take your money up front, so it's really easy to just start pre-ordering stuff. All not caring. But what's happened to me a lot this year is like with pre-ordering Black Series, I'll pre-order it off wherever, Pulse, Big Bad Toy Store, and then I end up finding it in stores and just canceling the pre-order. So the pre-order at some point is just kind of it's like a fail-safe. But sometimes you just can't. I mean, I was talking to you that Black Series Clone Commander Bly. I keep thinking Cody every time I say Clone Commander Cody. That alliteration, just making up words. But yeah, that Bly was really hard to find. I never saw it in stores. It's a great figure, so that finally came. And so it's been a crazy year. I want to have some year retrospective here. I want to talk about some of our collecting wins and losses for this year. But before that, I guess I did get a couple things in I wanted to show off. Slow couple of weeks, getting towards Christmas and the end of the year, like you said. But I did get, I found the new vintage collection wave. So first up, we do have Moff Gideon here with his dark saber. And I'll try to get the camera to pick that up there, but this is a great little figure, man. Vintage collection, I was out. I tapped out, and then Razor Crest happened, and I tapped back in. So
that's kind of how I think we're all kind of going through that. I think if you invested in a Razor Crest, I think what's happened is you've shifted gears a little bit.
Bit. No, it's cool. I mean, and this is a great figure, and I adore the Mandalorian so much that I think anything Mandalorian related, I'm going to be buying the 3 3/4 figures. There's some figures like I passed on the whatever it was, the Rex and the Rogue One Darth Vader, but I did pick up Moff Gideon there, and then we've got the Armorer here, which I was kind of expecting to see the Armorer this year. We haven't yet. I mean, there's still one episode left.
She's got to come after him because she's totally pissed at him for removing the helmet. So that's it.
Right. She's been tracking. She's like, so you just go around the universe showing your face, do you now? But Cool, definitely a cool figure, cool character. Some really pivotal moments with that character last season, and then we've got the Beskar armor Mando, which is unlike the Black Series figure. You can have the cape and the jetpack simultaneously. They thought ahead. This is not a soft goods cape though, but I get really frustrated with that Beskar armor Black Series figure because you cannot. In without him looking like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, you can't really have him wearing both. So can we please get a soft goods Black Series Mando cape? Can we? Is that too much to ask?
Boba Fett got one.
Well, Boba Fett is just he's the good student. he gets everything.
Like I was looking at the vintage collection Boba Fett, and I was looking at the Black Series one. And yeah, he's got soft goods coming up the wazoo, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, and I got a Darth Vader here with the soft goods cape, and I'm thinking, why doesn't Moff Gideon get it? Like soft goods needs to make a serious comeback.
I'm voting for soft goods in 2021. I know. So part of the big appeal of the Razor Crest exclusives was it's the only Mando with a soft goods cape. I'm still not going to be opening the figures that come with the Razor Crest. I feel like those will retain a lot of value over time. And I'm not an in-package collector by any means, but so much so that when I got my barge, I actually sold the yak face to kind of recoup some of the costs. And I did buy the regular release yak face, but now I'm going to feel incomplete because I'm going to have the off-world Jawa, the Grogu with his metal bassinet, as well as the soft goods Mando. By the way, let's face it, none of those are really, like, they're all cool, but they're not the best exclusives. Like, now that
they're not, but that's okay, because it would be way worse if all of a sudden they were like, Gideon, and Mayfield,
right.
Like all these like major characters,
right?
Bo-Katan and Ahsoka, they're now exclusives. You had to get the Razor Crest. I think that would have sucked.
Yeah, and I feel for the vintage collection folks today. Like,
yeah, I like how it's like we made fun of them a little bit. Let's be honest.
And now we
and
are
then
them.
Before the Razor Crest, and now we're like, well, you know what? We're not getting enough vintage collection figures, and I really think that if Hasbro is going to bring out this vintage collection Razor Crest, maybe we should get more vintage collection figures to go with it.
Exactly. So, that's how I feel. Now, one thing that's funny, today was Mando Monday, we should say. Every Monday is Mando Monday. There was some new releases announced today. There's something that vintage are... How do I say this? Are the vintage collection figure collectors, I feel like they're either a little disillusioned or they don't like, they put up that picture of the Bo-Katan Black Series figure. Clearly a Black Series. And there's like 10 comments. Is that vintage collection? Like, no, clearly not. Well, did they announce a vintage collection one? No. It's Hasbro. No.
No, just hang tight. And I have a feeling she is coming. I got a feeling her and Ahsoka.
Yeah, of course.
I think they are coming in vintage collection, but just not yet.
It's hard.
Right?
Like, I'll put it this way. Vintage collection Star Wars fans have had a tough go of it the past couple of years. I think it's getting better. It's definitely getting better. Look at the Razor Crest.
Dude, they got Snaggletooth. Right? I think they got to be stoked on. Sorry.
You son of a bitch. No, but it's true. I mean, it is getting better. Now, I think a lot of them would prefer to fill in a lot of those characters that they haven't gotten instead of a lot of the new Mandalorian characters, but it is what it is. They're trying. But Black Series is definitely Hasbro's bread and butter as far as Star Wars goes. And that's just
absolutely.
That's just the way it is.
It is. And I'm definitely on the fence right now about pre-ordering that wave that has Bo-Katan in it, because it's a wave of all brand new characters.
Who else is in that wave with Bo-Katan?
Asajj Ventress.
Okay.
Bo-Katan, and then the two guys from the Bad Batch. And so they have yet to announce one more character for that wave. And it could end up being a wave of all time Black Series characters.
I hope it's I was watching the Phantom Menace behind the scenes documentary. There's this one shot when they're in Tunisia, in between takes, and Qui-Gon, played by Liam Neeson, he's got his hair up like in a ponytail, and he's wearing these lime green, like Daytona Beach spring break sunglasses. And I was like, that's the Qui-Gon figure that I want. Like,
dude,
give me that.
I think they should now do a box set for at San Diego Comic-Con.
Okay.
Where it's behind the scenes Phantom Menace. So it's Ahmed Best wearing that visor with like the Jar Jar snout. Then you've got, Qui-Gon with the shades.
Yep.
I'm sure there's got to be some sort of like chilling out Padme and Obi-Wan that they could make too.
Well, I've seen people talking about this. I want a Black Series George Lucas figure. I want that. Oh. How have they not made that? With like interchangeable heads, like 70s,
like we finally
80s?
Got a Stan Lee for Marvel Legends.
Right.
So why don't we get a George Lucas?
Has there ever been a George Lucas Funko Pop? Because they've done a lot of directors and stuff. I don't think
so. I think he got a Celebration exclusive Stormtrooper.
Okay.
So it's like George Lucas and Stormtrooper. They've never made like a flannel jeans wearing, George Lucas. And I actually that would be actually kind of fun to have.
That would be cool.
Right? Give us him. Give us Favreau.
So listen, I want to go to the
what era of George Lucas do you want?
So my favorite era of George Lucas is late 90s, getting ready to do the prequels and already defensive about them. George Lucas.
Yeah. The George Lucas that you see before the THX movie starts.
Yes. Have you watched his interview with Charlie Rose, by the way?
No.
It's the famous one where he referred to Disney as white slavers. And he comes off pretty defensive that whole interview. We're going to get to that. Hey, listen, I want to say hi to the chat. There's actually a bunch of people in there, so hi everybody. Jamie Knowles, Relentless Cosplay. Hey, thank you, Sloppy Manwich, for the super chat. That's very nice.
Oh, thanks, man.
Ray Cameron, Larry C, Joseph Mays, Rich Green. Yeah, listen. Now we're going to be doing our comments later. We'll talk about some of the TMNT stuff has been really funny this week. We're going to get to it. But thanks to everybody for hanging out. A little surprise toy anxiety on a Monday night. That's what we're doing for the people. We weren't going to do this live, but we decided to just do it because it's
I like that fun. Joseph has a shipment of Ryan Dolium.
On the way.
Ready to go.
Being hijacked. So to finish that, to put a bow on that, to put a Bo-Katan on that, I want a George Lucas figure. But let's talk about the announcements this morning. So, again, because of leaks, we knew all of these announcements before last night, but that's okay. We've got Bo-Katan, Black Series, early contender for Figure of the Year for 2021. I mean, it looks, the renders or it looks incredible.
It looks amazing. The helmet details and, her helmet details look great. The face looks great. It looks great.
Yeah, it looks great. It's a bed breaker for sure. I think it is.
Man, Hanukkah's been lit this year. I'm not going to lie.
It's been great. So then we've got Wave 2 of the Archive series. So Wave 1 has not hit stores yet, but it's coming soon. Now, the Archive series, if you're not familiar, this is where they take older Black Series figures that have been previously released, update them with sometimes a new facial scan, better paint job, things of that nature. And they tend to, do figures that were really desired, right? So the first wave had like Darth Maul. Darth Maul was a hard to get figure for a long time and very expensive because it was from the first wave of Black Series all the way back in 2013. So millennia ago. So the new wave that's coming out has Thrawn, and it also has the Hoth, Han and Luke in their snow gear that originally came with the Wampa, and the what's the other creature called?
Clone Commander Cody, the one that you keep wanting to call Commander Blythe?
No. I know Cody is the other one, but I'm saying the Bantha, not the Bantha.
Bantha.
What is the
Tauntaun?
Yes, the Tauntaun, not the Bantha. The Tauntaun and the Wampa. Listen, guys, there's a lot to keep up with in Star Wars. Come on. Anyways, so Wave 2. What do we got? We got Rogue One figures, which is really
more
surprising.
or less. It's a Death Trooper, a Shore Trooper, tank driver.
Yep. And then the Tusken Raider.
And my boys, the Tusken Raider. That one sold out pretty quick. I was surprised when I went on Hasbro Plus later to see if Pulse, yes,
Pulse. Disney
later
Plus, Hasbro
in the
Pulse.
afternoon to see. Oh, I wonder if they're already all sold out because I wasn't going to order anything yet, anyways.
Yeah.
This series doesn't come out until like June.
Right.
But sure enough, like all the pre-orders were for Bo and the Tusken were gonzo.
Right.
But
I
Tusken,
mean, the Tusken
I missed
Raider.
out on the last one, so I have to get this one.
The Tusken Raider Black Series was hard to find, so I'm excited about that. Traditionally, the archive figures have not been too hard to find, so I'm excited to pick up a couple Tusken Raiders. And
speaking of Tusken Raiders, I think Jacob Walsh has a Tusken Raider costume.
He did at one point,
and he's watching the chat, and he was saying he's going to call to talk about toys. So why doesn't he just join us randomly?
I mean, I would like him to.
Toys.
I didn't even see it. Is he in there? Where is he? Oh, maybe he's gonna. Oh, he's in our other chat. I see what's happening. I see what you're saying. So I think that this is a cool wave. I think that the Shore Trooper, the Scarif Beach Trooper is cool. I've got it. Like, I don't know if I'll have to rebuy. I'm not gonna troop build that. But somebody today posted, I don't know where this rumor originated, but we should talk about it, that Hasbro is planning on re-releasing all of the Rogue One figures with updated facial scans, similar to what they did with the Rebels figures, and that there would also be a Bodhi figure. We never got Bodhi, which is weird because he was a pretty seminal part of that movie. I'm adding so many syllables tonight. That is fine. It's fine. And I like that because I want an updated Jyn Erso. I want an updated Cassian Andor. I mean, those figures are cool, but the facial likenesses are not good. So what do you think about that? Do you think that could be on the docket?
I hope so. I think if we're going to start re-releasing figures that need updates that are not just necessarily archive figures, I think Rogue One is a good place to start.
Yeah, for sure. I think that Rogue One... I rewatched it recently. It's an awesome movie. And I hope it kind of does. I mean, I was thinking it might be kind of forgotten, now that we've got the sequel trilogy out of the way, and then we've got the, Mandalorian is on fire, but they announced the Cassian Andor show. So to me, that completely reignites the entire Rogue One, like, little universe, which is amazing. So, yeah, I don't know. I hope they do that. I'm an idiot. I rebought all the Rebels figures. I didn't need to. Like, how do you do photoreal scans on animated characters? They look the same to me.
Yeah.
But, whatever. So,
it's fine. It's fine.
What do you have any other thoughts on those announcements this morning? We still don't have a new Ahsoka announced, so I'm surprised about that. But
I got a feeling because we have. In that wave that I was talking about before with Bo-Katan and the Bad Batch and all that, there's still one more figure that hasn't been announced. So I have a feeling that might be Mando Ahsoka.
Okay. Who do you think?
That's my prediction. That's my prediction.
There's the they release the character posters every week for Mandalorian, and they do the this week was Fennec, and the Frog Lady got a poster, and so people are trying to guess like who the next one's going to be, like who's going to be the poster for the last. I don't think he would have been this week.
He should have been this week.
He would have been this week.
Not to say that Fennec doesn't deserve a poster because she does.
Yeah, she's great. She's great, and I hope we get her Black Series figure as well.
Oh, dude, I want everyone's figure. I want everyone to get a toy.
Everybody gets a toy, but mostly George Lucas. And I think Dave Filoni should get an X-Wing pilot toy.
Oh, dude, they should make a 2-pack, a vintage collection 2-pack of Dave Filoni and Kim's Convenience. That's it. Boom.
That's like me trying to pronounce Dennis Villeneuve on this week's episode of Yes Have Some. We just started calling him Dennis Dune.
Yeah.
So
Those toys are starting to show up in stores.
I've seen the Dune McFarlane line in stores. Another victim of 2020, where, I mean, the Kong vs Godzilla toys have been on shelves for like 9 months, and that movie still, I think it's coming out in May, in theaters and or HBO Max. So
yeah, I feel bad for Godzilla and all these movies that got pushed, but then the marketing and push just had to keep going. There was no stopping it.
yeah, I think that it was tough. I'm really happy that Ghostbusters didn't suffer the same fate. I think that it would have really sucked if the shelves were just stocked with Afterlife figures.
Just Old Man Ray everywhere.
Just
like that's it.
Peg warmer, Old Man Ray.
Just a wall of Old Man Ray.
Let's talk about peg warming real quick, because that's been part of our topic of conversation all week. We're gonna do like an end of the year kind of awards thing at some point, but I don't know how it is in Canada, but I was noticing that the Masters of the Universe Origins line, which I think is a great line of figures, and I'm excited about the future for that line. It is, dude, it is hot in the Walmart shelves. When you walk down the aisle, it's like, oh, it's getting a little warm. Let me take off my sweatshirt. Oh, it's the Motu Origins figures just really steaming up the joint. What's your opinion on that? Why do you think that's happening?
I have no idea, because we can't keep them on the shelves up here, and then they're gone, and then we don't seem to get anything restocked.
Okay.
So, like, you guys have, what is it, the Ghostbusters Retro Collection as well?
Yeah.
Like, those were warming the pegs. We got that one shipment. They went in like a week. We never saw them again. And the same thing seems to be happening with Motu. So, I mean, consider yourself lucky and maybe stock up on some if you got them.
I mean, the wave two hasn't even hit here. And
and we got half of it up here.
Whoops. Yeah, so I don't even know what the deal is. I think Jake's trying to join. We'll see what happens here. Let's see. Jacob Walsh. There he is.
Oh, can you guys hear me?
Hey, dude.
I can hear you. It's pretty...
But I'm frozen again, aren't I?
Let it go.
Cool. What the hell? All right.
Well, it's fine. I can just kill the video. We can talk. We can talk toys. Nobody cares.
Well, I'll hang out and talk for a little bit, but it feels. I feel bad.
It's fine. It's fine. Don't feel bad. Jake, what are you up to, man? Well, can you hear me?
I was just hanging out.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Not doing much of any. I can. Can you hear me?
Yep, you're good. You're good.
Yep.
Is that better?
It's good.
Cool. Nothing. I'm just hanging out. Good.
Okay, there it is. I think we're on a pretty significant delay.
What's happening?
I think we're on a bad delay. It's fine.
Boy.
But it's cool. So we posted Jake, you might have done the first Ahsoka Tano Rosario Dawson tattoo like in the world. We posted on Instagram.
Do you think I did? I was wondering. Surely I can't be the first. There must be someone else out there who's done it. But if I did, then good for me.
You know what? I'm actually just gonna call it and say that you did. You did the first one. I'm the first one to actually say that officially. So and now it's out there and it's been said live.
Yeah, I just said it.
He asked if you did, and you said I don't know. And I'm saying officially, yes, you did.
There we go. I like that.
Okay.
No, it looked great. I hope Rosario sees it.
Thank you.
I hope she sees it and enjoys it.
Dude, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, what are we thinking, Jake? What's your toy life like? We were talking about Star Wars, but I know you've been in that toy room a lot lately, guys. You guys don't understand. Jake will call me and he'll sound stressed, like something dire's going on. I'm like, what's going on? He's like, well, I'm just in my toy room and.
It's weird. It's weird in there right now because I set up pictures for the YHS Instagram. So, and I never cleaned it up. So in one corner of my room, the Ninja Turtles are still feeding donuts to Toka and Razar, and then over to the left of them, the Marvel Legends X-Men are still set up. And then over from the left of them is some like gremlins that are just hanging out.
Right.
But what's really got me stressed about the toy room is all because of our friend Hal Clay, because he brought me all of that. I'm still very, very stressed on what to do with all that Star Trek stuff he gave me, because I have no room. I wanted it, and he delivered, but he delivered so much of it.
I'm going to say it was too much. Jake was like, hey, we all met up, and Jake was like, Hal's bringing me some Star Trek stuff. And it was literally, in the most Hal Clay fashion ever, 2 or 3 garbage bags full.
Yeah.
Like,
I was going to say, like, how does it compare to Abby's haul of episode 1?
It's just different because it's like
3 times as much.
And it's all figures, and there's play sets, and there's a couple, Enterprises in there.
2 Enterprises, a Klingon bird of prey, a transporter set, the fucking bridge, just like tons of stuff. And then it's just figure after figure. Like it has to be at least 50 or 60 loose figures. And then a Ziploc bag this big with all of the accessories in it. So now I'm like, I'm going to have to go through, find a checklist and find out whose accessories are what, because for some miracle, Hal still had all of the accessories.
Yeah. That is a miracle. Now, it's not...
That is pretty good.
Hal will just give you bags of stuff. Like, Hal just amasses things over time, and then he barters with them. It's more of... Hal lives like in the Old West, so I think he acquires most of his food and goods by giving away...
I wonder if he has any Star Wars helmets he doesn't need.
I bet doesn't need. I don't know. Jake, how do you describe Hal's house when you walk in? Like, all of us have houses full of toys and collectibles. I mean, Jake, your entire house is a toy room. Ryan, your entire house is a toy room. We this is the life that we live. But Hal's because Hal, it's a toy room, but it's also like a workshop. Kind of.
Yeah, well, it's like when you walk in, it's kind of like a normal house, but there's cool stuff kind of scattered throughout. But Hal's like toy room is a workshop, and there's like a table where he's always working on some sort of weird project, and then it's like I imagine it's kind of what like Santa's shop is like.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like. You walk in and it's like full of wonder, and there's really cool stuff all over, but also it's not really displayed in the way that like we have our stuff displayed. But I'll tell you who has the more impressive toy room is Thorin.
Yes, his son has it makes me so upset when I see it.
Yeah, he's got some stuff.
So, and the cool thing about Hal, it's also like an antique shop because everything is for sale. There's nothing in that house, including his family members, that he wouldn't sell you if given the opportunity. So yeah. We should probably let Hal on the show sometime to actually talk like on his own behalf instead of talking about him.
I like the myth of Hal Clay.
It's fine.
It's great. It's wonderful. So yeah, Jake, we're talking about Toka and Razar. You got yours in. I'm still waiting on mine. Ryan's still waiting on his. I don't know. Mine's doing that thing that every package this year has been doing, where it gets really close. It says scheduled for delivery the next day, and then it just doesn't come for a while.
Yeah.
So it's been kind of frustrating. But we started some early voting in group therapy, and right now NECA Turtles is leading the pack as toy line of the year, which I guess is probably right.
It's not wrong. I'm not upset about that.
I was gonna say, like, what kind of contenders are there? I don't know.
I mean, a lot of people voted for Ghostbusters Plasma Series, and I think that's a good toy line, but it hasn't done anything innovative enough. every figure released in Plasma series is something we've gotten before in some version.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Yeah.
it's also like that Plasma series stuff is all really cool and everything, but I'm excited for you guys to get those Toka and Razars in your hands because when that thing came in, first of all, the shipping box it showed up in was at least 3 times bigger than what I thought it was going to be. And those figures, when you pull them out and see all the stuff that they come with, those are the best figures. Those are the best figures of the year. They gotta be. Those specifically, Toka and Razar, are amazing.
Jake, I gotta ask. So when those arrived and you opened that, did it just give you automatic New York flashbacks of being at Toy Fair?
Yeah, yeah, it did for sure. Because I mean, when we saw those, that was Toka and Razar was like the first thing we saw. Like the NECA booth was the first booth we went into, and where those were sitting, Toka and Razar we saw immediately, and
Yeah.
and that's what I've been most excited. One of the things I've been most excited about since Toy Fair. So yeah, having those in hand was that was something.
I mean, NECA killed it at Toy Fair this year, and it's crazy to think now, like all that stuff, Token Razar, Super Shredder, all of their new, horror ultimates, their new Godzilla stuff, all the Back to the Future stuff, animated and movies, it's all out. Like it's crazy because except for the Jaws stuff, which I think there's except for Jaws, and we all know that Chief Brody's as for now not coming, but it's just NECA is Toy Company of the Year. They absolutely killed it.
Well, I think Krang is just starting to show up in the stores now too.
Yeah, and I think people are losing their minds over
Of
Krang.
course they are. Of course they are. But dude, like I gotta just try to I keep thinking back to Toy Fair whenever I think about NECA because if anyone goes back to you guys' videos that you took at Toy Fair, you can hear everything that you guys are just like freaking out about at every time, right? So it's like, oh my God, look at this! Oh my God, look at this! And I mean, like just from your guys' reaction alone, from that to everything else that you kind of recorded at Toy Fair, like it's completely understandable that NECA would be in the line for NECA Turtles would be
Toy of the Year. It's funny so the Krang's Android body is not scheduled to be released till next year, but like it all, these things happen. Distribution gets ahead of itself or behind itself or whatever. So they are starting to hit at some targets in California. But as I believe Rich Green acknowledged in the chat earlier, people are losing their minds and they're getting upset. They're like, why check my Target today? How have you not figured this out yet? Like NECA Turtles distribution, it's just, you're going to have to wait. You're going to have to be patient. Like if you're in like Ohio or Pennsylvania or Georgia, and you see that somebody found 3 NECA Krangs in San Diego, it's not worth it to leave your house and go to Target right now. They're not, I promise you, they don't have it. And please don't bother the people at Target because I think that the Target employees should be like Time's People of the Year. They announced the Person of the Year for Time Magazine.
The frontline workers of Toy Department of Target.
The Target
having
people
to deal with Baroness and having to deal with NECA. It's just like...
Yeah, it's been so crazy this year. Now, have you guys seen that Target has... Jake, I'm going to try to bring your video back in to see if it's any better.
Okay.
Have you seen that Target has like some of them are rolling out like new policies like for collectibles like you can only buy one of each brand or the no returns is one of the big ones where because people keep returning stuff and doing figure swaps.
Yeah.
My idea is they need a team. They need a toy collectible like ambassador at every Target that works every shift. Who, if you walk in with your, Marvel Legends Rogue figure and you look inside and it's not Rogue and it's, Domino or something, somebody who can like identify these things because Target, they don't know. They don't know. They also don't care, but they mostly don't know.
So do we have to have like a school for that? Is there a course? YHS toy anxiety course that people have to go through so
Yes.
they can tell what's a Marvel. I saw in a Jurassic Park group today that somebody did one of those toy swaps and they bought like one of the newer Camp Cretaceous Tyrannosaurs, and they put a vintage 1993 first run Tyrannosaurus Rex in the package and brought it back to the store.
Like, that's like Robin Hood or something.
Why would you do that? Yeah, I'm like,
isn't that worth more than the one that's on the shelf now?
Way more.
Dude.
Oh my god! Because imagine finding that. Yeah. I would have bought it.
That's like,
man, in a heartbeat.
I'm gonna go buy a Ray Plasma Series figure and put an Ectoglow complete Ray inside and take it back.
Yeah,
it's a good deed. And then some Ghostbusters fan will get mad about it. He'll be like, "Oh, I was trying to find my Plasma Series Ray figure, and it was this stupid other figure I've never even seen or heard of." What is with Ghostbusters fans? It's like learn something.
Yeah. Like Ghostbusters Retro should not be part of the figure of the year wave because those came out in 1986.
Right, there you go.
Right? Like, come on.
Oh, the classics. Yeah, a lot of people were voting for the classic re-releases, but I don't think you can count that as toy line of the year.
I'm not counting that. That's not making the top 3. You guys all wasted your vote.
And you don't get another one.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. Besides that, I mean, G.I. Joe Classifieds is probably a contender, but I'm gonna, in Super 7 Ninja Turtles is great, but they've only put out 4 figures so far, so it's kind of hard. NECA put out a lot of stuff. I mean, by the way, it's what I'll say to NECA hunters, and Jake, you can attest to this, because Jake still has Bebop and Rocksteady at his Target for some reason. The only Target in the country, I think.
Yeah.
But my
I've still not bought it.
You're gonna be mad when it's the day you go by to buy it. It's gonna be gone.
You have to go, as soon as we're done here, you have to go get it.
No, dude. I go in there like 3 times a week, and every time I call Craig and I'm like, still got that Bebop and Rocksteady. They got like 4 of them on the shelf with a bunch of Triceratons, and I'm like, I'm not gonna buy any of these.
I think my Walmart just got 2 of the Casey and Raph 2-packs in. And those are really hard to find. But it's one of those things as a toy collector where I go, oh my God, they got it. And I go, well, I already have it. Well, I don't need another one. Maybe I know somebody who needs it, but then I'll have to buy it. And I don't know. Then I just leave. I'm like, it's exciting, but it'll be exciting for somebody else because I already have it. That's what I'm saying. Right. But yeah, probably NECA, toy line of the year. And I don't, the Baxter Stockman and Splinter 2-pack are starting to hit, and then it'll be interesting to see what happens. Like, obviously Toy Fair is not going to happen this year, but I'm wondering if all of the toy companies are going to kind of do their own, like, is Hasbro going to do like another PulseCon type thing? Is NECA going to do because right around that time,
well, NECA and Sideshow did showroom things for San Diego Comic-Con. I don't know if you guys remember that. They did and they did one for New York Comic-Con as well, where they just said, here's a showroom that we built, and then they go through and they have someone go through and give you a tour, like the same kind of tour that you would get at Toy Fair if you were, in their showroom.
I found out after the fact we really weren't supposed to be in that NECA booth without a tour. We just went in and we're like, fuck it.
Really?
Yeah, I think you're supposed to be self-guided because they're really particular about
Well, we were self-guided.
Oh, not self-guided. They're supposed. What you need a guide is what I'm saying. You need a guide.
Well, they didn't seem to care. We spent a lot of time in there.
Well, here's the thing.
Well, the way you guys were talking, they probably thought you were a guide.
We work here. Don't worry. Because they don't want misinformation to get out, and like they know a lot of people are taking footage. Like, because part of the deal is like the representatives are there to like tell you about the toy lines. Toy Fair NECA booth also had a bunch of Batman animated series
props
and Batman 89 props, but none of that stuff has come out yet. But they said it's still coming.
It better. God damn it!
You know what I've been getting itchy for, and Jake will, he'll like this because he might not
Snyderverse.
Like it. No, God
NECA Snyderverse figures.
No. Jumbo turtles, big turtles. I want the old ones.
Oh boy. I'm scared.
I mean,
dude, where are you even going to put that? You can't get those. I'm saying no.
Okay, Fine.
I'm saying no.
Fine.
You can't buy those.
I'll just look.
Now he's gonna get them.
I know. That's why I did it.
He's getting them.
I already got my Moff Gideon. Okay, so I don't know. I've always liked those jumble turtles. I'm having so much trouble talking tonight.
The jumble turtles are really great. You got to mix up the arms and legs and figure out which pieces go to who.
Yep. But yeah, NECA's putting out the big turtles too. But I want those vintage ones. I think I recently I've been kind of doing a light redesign of my toy room. I moved a lot of the vintage turtle stuff out of my main turtle shelf and put it in DTOFs in anticipation of the NECA, the cartoon diorama that's going to be hitting pretty soon. But hey, listen, before we get towards wrapping up, I wanted to kind of do a little reminiscing of our best toy collecting moments of the year. Not to put anybody on the spot, but I don't know. Does anything come to mind? Did you complete any collections?
I'm trying to think if I completed. I got pretty close. I got exactly where I wanted to be this year with Batman the animated figures from DC Collectibles.
Okay.
So that I know that's an older toy line, but to kind of finish up and get kind of the characters I needed, like Ra's al Ghul being one of them.
Yeah.
Zatanna. Right. I've got other things coming in the mail as well.
Yes.
So it's, I thought that was a pretty successful year this year for that. I don't know. I'm pretty stoked about those.
Yeah. I think for me, obviously starting to go down the rabbit hole of Masters of the Universe was really cool. But my putting together the Ectoglow figures loose.
Oh, right. We did that this year.
Yeah, that was this year. And I think I don't know, Ectoglow is it's one of those pieces of the for the most part, most of the Ghostbusters figures are pretty attainable and affordable, even the original ones. You can do it. But the Ectoglow stuff is pretty elusive and it keeps going up. And I'm going to go against all of my rules and say I really hope they don't do a re-release of those ever in Kenner Classics because I'm going to be so annoyed.
Dude, I am so with you on that, and I think they should never get a re-release.
Because here's the thing, re-release, the original figures aren't hard. If they put out a new Firehouse and an Ecto, that's really cool because, you can still, you're going to pay, but you can still get that stuff. But, Ectoglow is very rare and very hard to get. And I feel like it makes me feel like I'm part of some, a fight club or something.
Well, dude, we're Ecto Elite members, right?
Oh, right,
so
exactly.
we have a set of them, and some of you don't.
Now,
but what was really kind of fun when we started getting those, because you started your collection, then I got my collection,
right,
and then we started to see more people on Yes Have Some Group Therapy. You got to people started posting their finds,
right,
of Ectoglow, and I thought actually that was pretty cool too. Seeing now people getting more into it and trying to find those harder to find figures.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it was it was cool. Now one of your low points though was not to bring up bad stuff was when you missed out on the Janine. I thought you were going to jump off the Canadian Bridge, whatever it's called.
Canada Bridge. That's
the bridge.
Dude, I was
the one that goes from Canada to Alaska to Russia.
I was about to leap off a glacier for sure. It was.
I believe it's called the maple flavored bridge.
I'm gonna lick this bridge,
dude. That was a tough pill to swallow for sure.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, that's part of collecting, right? The highs and lows. Missing out,
happened.
Getting sniped on eBay auctions is tough. But then sometimes Hal Clay shows up and brings you a big box of Star Trek, and everything's fine. Jake, how about your collecting goals this year? Did you finish off any collections or advance any collections?
Well, just like usual, I haven't finished off a collection ever. I almost finish a collection and then I move on to another one. So I did get a giant leg up on my Turtles collection this year. I started collecting Marvel Legends. I am continuing a ongoing Godzilla collection that will last my entire life. But besides that, I don't. I also am having a hard time of remembering what was this year and what was like 5 years
Was
ago. So I'm
was
not.
was Congo this year?
No, I don't think so.
No, the
No.
Congo. We did the Congo, that video, Jake, where you opened all of your Congo figures, which I'm still not 100% sure why you did that, but it made for great content. It's available on YouTube.
Well, you made me to.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
made me do that.
I made him do it. But that was late last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jake, did you see NECA today? They're doing that 12 days of downloads. They put out that visual guide for all their Godzilla figures.
I did. I was going through that, and I am like one figure away from having every NECA Godzilla figure.
Yeah, and since they lost the
And
license,
I'll never get it.
You won't. It is weird. What is that?
eBay, I'll go to. I don't know. It's scary. You know what I mean? It's like if I finish it, it's done. And then what do I have to do with my life?
Well, every collector's different. Like, I have more of the OCD, like, okay, I'm going to collect a figure line. Before I buy any of it, I need several spreadsheets. I need a breakdown of all accessories and variants. But yeah, everybody's different. So, Jake, next year, we're gonna get you to finish a toy line. I don't know what it's gonna be.
Okay.
Wait a minute. You have all the Congo figures. That is your complete toy line.
do. I do have a complete. Yeah, but like, does that really count? It's the smallest toy line possible. I still am missing like one thing to have the complete Series 1 Jurassic Park toy line. I'm still missing the capture copter, and I'm stubborn about pulling the trigger on buying one because it's like my least favorite figure of the line, and it's expensive to get a good one. And I'm just like, I don't want to pay $200 or $300.
Wait, which figure is this?
The capture copter.
The helicopter. The helicopter.
The helicopter. Okay.
The helicopter.
I remember getting it.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah, there's one.
It's the stupidest thing in the line.
No, there's a local toy shop here, and every time Jake comes up there with me, they've got one. They've had it forever, but it's missing 2 blades, and the stickers are in bad condition.
It's not in good condition.
And every time we're in there, me and Jake have the same conversation where he picks it up and goes, "I'm thinking about getting this," and I go, "Dude, don't! It's missing." It like we it's like a weird cyclical thing. We've done it so many times.
It's like the Twilight. It's like the Twilight Zone. Greg talks me out of buying that exact same helicopter every time.
Groundhog Day of toys.
Yeah. Hey Ryan, in the chat, Sloppy Manwich asked, "Does Ryan strictly collect Hasbro lessons, Hasbro Legends, Marvel Legends, or does he get into the Toy Biz, the old stuff as well?" Oh no. The Toy Biz Marvel Legends. So a lot of people it's my understanding that Toy Biz started Marvel Legends and then it moved over to Hasbro at some point.
So when I do have a lot of Toy Biz ones still. So I still even have you can't see them, but like right above on the top here, I've got a whole bunch of like X-Men Toy Biz ones, the early ones, and then kind of packed away because I still have a little trouble getting rid of them because I just kind of attached to them, is the original Toy Biz Marvel Legends line, and I still have a ton of those because when they came out, had to have them, man. They looked so good for that time.
Right. Jamil Payne says Craig should collect more Mezco next year. No. Craig should not do that. Jamil was kind enough to gift me a Mezco 112 Collective Wolverine figure, which is amazing and it's incredible and beautiful figure. I'm not a big X-Men
You know what?
guy.
Do you know what would go well with that? Maybe if you learn to read some goddamn comics and earn that Wolverine. How about that?
I've already been given that spiel.
Hey Ryan, I bought one of those like really cheap on Black Friday. Amazon had these deals for like, you remember Tiger Electronics? You used to make those really lame like handheld games, but they were like really fun. For some reason, they still make those, and the X-Men was like $8 on Black Friday, and I bought it, and they sent me 2 of them.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Ryan, if you want it, I'll throw it in with whatever Craig has to send over to you
over.
at some point.
Sure.
What
the heck?
Electronics game.
What the heck?
Cool.
And then you and I will do a Facebook thing where we play head to head. Who can get the highest score?
You'll love it. You'll love it because the only X-Men you can play as is Cyclops.
Oh, the best X-Men there is.
The X-Man, they should call that.
Yeah,
dude, I've always wanted those Cyclops. Well, Abby just walked by and rolled her eyes at me. What?
We don't have a pot to cook spaghetti in.
Oh, we don't have a pot to cook spaghetti in.
But you got new action figures, so you're.
How is that possible? Chris?
Because we live a very interesting life. Listen, Cyclops.
We have a Razor Crest coming.
First X-Men. Yes, we'll have a Razor Crest, but nothing to cook the spaghetti in. The first X-Men movie, the Cyclops, the officially licensed Oakleys. They go for like $700. I think it would be pretty cool to have those. I don't know. What do you guys think?
If I was gonna get something Cyclops, I'd get something cool.
So anyways.
Well, that's impossible. Maybe,
I disagree. I think the Cyclops Marvel Legends that came in that 3-pack with the leather jacket, I think that is a very cool piece of Cyclops.
It is a
cool piece of Cyclops.
But maybe what you could do though is, Craig, what you could do is just put the spaghetti in the Razor Crest, fill it halfway with water, and then just put that on the stove.
Well, the Razor Crest
maybe that will work.
The Razor Crest spent some time this year in water, so maybe I think we'll just bring it to a boil, and we'll have the Akbar guys show up and be like,
You could put your barge on the stove and use it as like a hibachi grill.
Yeah,
and cooking like vegetables and shit on the top of your barge.
Dude, I love the idea of using vintage collection vehicles as cooking utensils, pots and pans. This is the way, as they say. Well, cool. I think we did it, folks. I want to wrap up. I know, Ryan, I still didn't get any. We like to end our show with various commentary from the internet. Did you find any? Do we at least have one?
I have one.
Okay, just one. Is it a good one? Is it a good one?
Dude, it's so good.
All right, I'm not quite ready yet. So before we sign off, thank you everybody for joining us on an impromptu. A lot of people hanging out for that motherfucking coin. That coin that Jake brings to the podcast is going to be the death of me. I spent half my week editing out. You can hear the coin flipping through the air.
Do you?
Sometimes.
Do you actually? If I knew you were editing it out, I wouldn't.
I'm just kidding.
You can actually blame that on AJ because that one was louder because AJ sent me a GB fans challenge coin, and it's much heavier than the coin I usually use.
Yes. So. Well, we will blame. I blame AJ for most things in my life anyway. So
God, way to go, AJ.
Thanks a lot, dude.
Man, why does he do that?
All right, Ryan, you're on the spot. We're going to only do one this week. This is a commentary from the internet. Here we go. I got the music queued up.
All right.
Here it comes.
This is from the Yes Have Some group therapy page. This is straight from one of us, folks. I'm not going to say who. I don't want them to get grilled, but I think this is great. The post office is so completely fucked right now. I have 5 different packages from 5 different parts of the country, all shipped USPS priority, and every one of them is in transit, arriving late. Dude, it's Christmas time. How busy? It's a pandemic. Everyone's ordering online for Christmas. Nobody's going shopping, right? Like, who makes a comment like this during Christmas time?
I don't know, but whoever it is going to get kicked out. I'll tell you who it was.
You know what? As a moderator, I can ban them. But that might be too much power.
Abby just joined the chat. She's confused that Jake is here, and she also needs somebody to send her a pot for this spaghetti. That was me. Ryan just read my comment, and I stand by it. Yeah, that was me. It's my group.
I would have taken it down, but you're an administrator.
Yes, somebody called out Ryan for taking down one of my posts by accident.
You posted the same thing twice, so I took one of them down. That's all.
Oh, it's fine.
I stand by that.
Fine. It's fine. Listen, we have fun. This was fun. So, Jake, you froze again, but I think you're there. Are you there?
I'm here.
He's here. Listen, this was good. We'll have at least one more toy anxiety before the end of the year. We'll do our end of the year awards. We'll have an official post up and yes, have some group therapy. And if this is your first time hanging out with us here on the YouTube channel, make sure that you're subscribing. Subscribe to the podcast. You can also get this in audio form wherever you download your podcasts. And I don't have anything else to say. Ryan, anything else?
Hey, I can't wait to do this again next week.
Okay.
Thanks for tuning in. Join group therapy on Facebook. Yes, have some group therapy. And we can continue the conversation there. I'm going to put another poll up this week for what you guys think is the worst action figure of the year. I want to hear what group therapy has to say. So,
all right. Jake, any final thoughts?
Stop finishing your toy lines.
Oh, dude. Toy edging. That's what Jake's been doing. He's a toy edger. He gets really close to the finish and then just can't. Dude, I'm going to ruin Toy Edge. Jake's going to be, I'm going to go to his house and be like, here's that final Godzilla. Take it. Ruined.
Oh, here's that copter you've been looking for.
All right. Bye, everybody.